For the record, I'm done trying to make y'all comfortable. For the record, you ain't trying to grow, then it's done for you. For the record, lab on me going all the way. For the record, ain't trying to link, no time to waste. For the record, 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 for the record.
Welcome back, people. This is Don't Sleep on the Couch podcast. This is week 4. Nope. It's week 15. We missed week 14. Had a little technical difficulties last week. We back on restrictions. We had the programming software wasn't working for us, so we kind of got a lost episode out there. But I tell you what, it was exciting. We was pumped up for the games as usual. And like I said, I'm your boy, Mr. Prez, a.k.a. Sergeant Raider. And with me, I always got...
It's your boy, Cash, a.k.a. Fly Eagles Fly, a.k.a. It's your boy, man.
Okay.
I'm coming up with a new one.
And then, so we didn't get in time for the preview, but this is going to be the recap for Week 15 for the Raiders versus the Chargers. Man.
So, Prez, man, we're here.
Yeah.
It's not so... It doesn't look like it's heading towards 13-3, brother.
No, it's not a possibility no more.
Mathematics.
It's done. I think that's done. I got to get out of that optimism, man. That ain't definitely happening. But man, some interesting things happen in this game, man. And I think it went some places that can give us a little hope, man, for a hopeless team right now. And our defense is very hopeless out there. But we had Mariota, we had Carr get injured like early on in the game. I think he threw like 5 passes or whatever, and then he was running, pulled a groin. So it looked like it was pretty serious, but they saying it may not be. But hey, sit down, rest, get you back next year. We got 3 games left, and we just coming off a loss from this. Hey, no reason to risk it. Let's see what Mariota got. Let's see if he can continue to back you up or come in and actually challenge next year for a thing. That's what John Gruden needs to figure out. We had a bunch of defensive players that was out this game, man. But when Mariota came in, man, he did something that, I've been saying Carr MVP, and all this little stuff. And you really don't know what you have until you actually see it sometimes. And that's when Mariota stepped up in there and he hit a player in stride, bro. He hit Darren Waller in full stride with players running behind him, a safety over top, breadbasket, touchdown. I was like, hold up.
People forget.
He didn't have to stop and go back and catch it and
People
be 1 yard
man.
short
People
of the
forget what that kid can do.
Man, just dynamic player. A dynamic player, man. This is what Carr is athletic, but he ain't dynamic, and he can't. Those wheels are different on certain people, and this is what you get when you got a runner. Ain't nothing really out of like. Ain't nothing taken out of the playbook. More stuff is added. You got more at your arsenal at this point. And man, that's good. But Cash, I've been hearing a lot of slander and stuff that's been going on. Like I said, I'm willing to admit that about Mariota, and I see the upside, but also the Derek Carr slander, man, the dude has been decent. It don't need to go as far as he goes. The people who have been doing this and saying Derek Carr gotta go. Are y'all new fans? Have y'all been here all the years that I have? Because it was a long search to get to Derek Carr, a decent quarterback.
Run it down for us.
Man, Jamarcus Russell. Y'all remember that?
Dang.
Everybody remember that.
Dang.
Aaron Brooks.
Oh no. Double dang.
Kyle Bowler.
Ooh, Lord.
Matt McCloin. Yeah, he ain't even Marquez Tuisopo.
Oh man. Have no
Andrew Walter. Bruce Godowski, Charlie Fry. Y'all remember this guy when Cleveland?
I actually do. I don't remember the
I remember he was
3.
in and out quick. And then you had 2 decent ones up in there, but they was just decent. They wasn't great, but it was like in between the mix like that, you can seem amazing. And it was Jason Campbell and Carson Palmer. And Carson Palmer was not great at the Raiders. He got a little bit better when he went to the Cardinals at us, but when he was playing for the Raiders, and man, that wasn't good years. He came in behind Jason Campbell, who was a good game manager, and he never put us out of games, but he never would give us that to win a game. So that's what I'm saying. Like, do y'all remember these names when y'all say, let's go back out there, let's get rid of Derek Carr? it can take a long time. That's 13 years of searching for a quarterback and 13 like unhappy years of the quality of play. We wasn't even getting the quality of what Derek Carr. So all I'm saying, people on there, be careful what you wish for. Unless we got somebody we know we can grab, we don't want to go back into that pool and try to hunt and find one and get lucky on one of these rookies.
So, Prez, we've talked every week about the players, about the offensive coordinator, defensive coordinator. We've talked about multiple people, but one person that has not been getting any type of talks or any type of hate or whatever negative press you want to call it is Jon Gruden. Somehow, some way, he has to take some responsibility for you guys not pulling it together from going from 6-3 to now you're 7-7.
Yeah, and I mean 6-3 last year up to that point too, and just repeating and going again. I mean, you saying nobody called him out, but I'm pretty sure if you go back to that Tampa Bay game and the Tampa Bay tape when we played this, I called him out there then. I was just like, that defense was just horrible. The play calling was just horrible. So at that point, man, it got to be like, you had to take a look at your friends then, and that was at a point where we could have shared Paul Gunter. We seen what it was doing to the defense and the dynamics, and they wasn't linking up and everything. It was very evident back then. And he should have been cut loose then, and you could have had enough time for Marinelli to probably actually make a difference by this time frame, and we could have been winning these games. But we in this predicament that we is, and I just think, man, on Jon Gruden, I still like that we're back to winning. I don't want to discount him too much, but since he done came back, man, he done got a lot of his friends there. You got a lot of your friends, man. And what do you want to do? Do you want to have a good time? Some people that you can go back and have some beers with at any time at every hotel, or are you trying to win? Because if you're trying to win, you got to realize these people are not the ones that you need around you. You need some alpha dog coaches as well, too. You need somebody that's going to come out there and bring something that's proven. Don't be giving us no Paul Gunters and saying like they had one good season here off somebody else stuff. Like, no, give us somebody that we have known that is known to actually bring a defense and continually make a defense better. Go out and find that guy and pay him and add him on your squad. He probably ain't going to agree with you all the time. He probably ain't going to agree with your play calling all the time, but it's what you need if you're trying to win. Are you trying to win, Gruden? You and May got some. Y'all got a long summer ahead of y'all, or a long off season. What I'm trying to say, like y'all got to really think about this stuff.
10 years.
And if you're gonna need to cut it,
10-year contract, bro.
Are you trying to win, or are you just trying to have a good time? Because right now, I can tell you, it just seems like he want to have a good time. He's back out of the booth, and he got his friends around him, and they can talk football nonstop and getting paid. That's what it seems like.
Yeah, man. And speaking of which, he don't even know what team he coaching nowadays, man. He had on the Oakland Raiders. He had on the Oakland Raiders. So I was like,
it was
what's
Thursday. You know, they used to have
John?
Throwback jerseys. They used to have the color rush. He thought they was still doing throwback representing, trying to get new era, some new sales out there.
Okay.
That's what it was, man.
He just wearing the old gear.
Yeah, okay, man. Yeah. But I mean, in this game too, against the Chargers game, man, like he came out there, his play calling at the end was just like, man, uninventive. Like, you had a new dynamic player at quarterback, and I don't think you was prepared for it. They say your study and all this stuff is legendary. I don't think you was prepared for this situation. You thought Carr was going to last the whole season, and you wasn't prepared to lose him, and you had to strung up nothing specifically for Mariota, and that should have been done. And in this conference, he kind of dropped a little hint. He was saying like, "Oh, the offensive coordinator was out." Is that who it is, man? Like, are you the guy, or are these other people the guy? Like what it is, man? You need to figure this stuff out. Y'all need to get some praise.
I don't mean to interrupt, but this reminds me of what's going on in Philly. Like, Doug Peterson right now doesn't have an OC, but Frank Wright left. So as a result, you see what the offense really is and how uninventive, as you said, he really is when it comes to play calling. Like, having a great OC and for the OC to do most of the work and for you to be like, nah, I ain't do. Then you can pick and choose, but the OC is calling 90% of the game and you're making calls on certain critical situations. But when it's your turn to do it on a full-time basis, we truly seeing that some of these head coaches not as good
as
they advertise.
They're more motivators, it seems like, than the genius mind that they want to say they are, because you don't win against some other coaches and they done out-coach you just flat out. Like, you got out-coached by the people that used to be in your fold. I don't know the record. I ain't looking at it. We horrible with stats and everything, but I just remember several games this year and it was like, oh, he comes from the John Gruden fold and all this. And every last one of those coaches give it to us, man. It just seems, anytime, man. It's like, so what are you doing with these players? Like, are you cutting them and you because they outsmarting you on all this little stuff? Because, man, it's just been horrible, man. Depressing. We still got 2 games left. I feel like we can come out there winning. I don't want Carr to come back. I want to continue to see what Mariota's. We're going to get back we should get back a lot of defensive players this coming up week. Get them out there. Let's see what they got. Hey, your players, man, I know you want to be home for Christmas and all this stuff, but y'all need to be out here. Like, this is y'all job. Y'all should know right now, like, y'all went through this as a kid. You knew what it was going to take to be an athlete. And you got sacrifices and stuff that you got to make and stuff like this. It's just like same thing with us being in the military. Like, it's gonna be times that our number was called and we gone overseas, we not there, but you got to be focused 100% at work. And right now, y'all need to be focused 100% because I don't know if all y'all deserve to be back. I honestly don't know that.
That's fair enough.
And another thing, man, we had other players out there on social media doing all this stuff and talking and listening at the fans. If we cover other sides of sports too, they were sounding very PG-ish, like in the bubble. Like, oh man, people talking about me. Well, why you focus on that? Focus on the game. Get up in there. Get off social media. Delete that nonsense, man. Get up in there. Worry about what you're supposed to be worried about. Worry about what the coach telling you. Don't be worried about what Paul down the street with 17 kids care about how you played that day. You better get out that nonsense, man. Get back in the game.
And like when you was winning, everything was sweet. You was accepting all the accolades, 6-3, but now that you're 7-7 and experiencing some type of, issues within the team, some turmoil. Now you want to pretend like everything else is the problem.
No, see me out here.
Your play is the problem. The play is the problem. Like, flat out, the defense is playing poorly, and you can't have that. Like, you had Justin Herbert, although that kid is amazing.
Yes, he is.
He's amazing.
Rookie of the year.
Well,
I don't know. Justin Jefferson, I'm liking too, man.
Yes.
Man.
So, but the thing is, both of these teams.
I'll hold that because we're going to come back to that right after this, man.
I don't want to talk about Justin Jefferson. You know why?
Because y'all had a chance.
We had a chance to get him. So I definitely don't want to talk about that. That's another thing, man. Between the Eagles and the Knicks, well, all these people we had a chance to draft, I can run down the line. And I don't know why I'm a fan of both of these teams with the craziness that they've been doing in the draft the last couple of years. But yeah, man, I just don't know how to call it when it comes to missing out on these draft picks, bro. Like,
so we going there. I was gonna let you talk a little bit more, but yeah, you talking about missing out on these draft picks, man. The Raiders, man, like all these players that we drafted this year, none of them showed up. I was expecting yesterday's game that came on, and I was expecting Brian Edwards to show up. This dude hasn't showed up all season. They spoke his accolades during the off season, like, oh man, he can get the jump ball. They haven't threw like one jump ball. Well, they did throw one, and then he got it taken away, and they didn't get the pass interference. But I haven't seen him since. That was like week 2, week 3, whenever this was, man. And ever since then, he's been non-existent. They throwing Zay Jones over him. So like, is this dude the truth or not? So hopefully we do a lot better in this coming draft. But this year just being, besides 2020, COVID and all this little stuff, I just want to forget it as well too. Add my Raiders to that too. I just want to forget this season. Go out there, show us what we can do these last 2 games. At least show some improvement because we finished 7-9 last year. Get 2 more wins out there for us. Come on, man. Do it for the fans. Y'all go out there. Y'all fight hard. Do it for the fans. Show us that no matter what y'all improve from last year, do not end up 7-9 again. Do not do that. Like playoffs, if it comes, it comes. I'm going to be excited about it. But I like at this point, I just want to win. I just want to improve over what we had last year to have a little bit more optimism going up into next year. Because I can at least joke around with myself and say, well, we had 2 more wins that year. We had 2 more wins. Next year, we have 2 more wins. We play out. Let me have that hope. Give me that, Raiders, for real.
All right, man. Close us out.
Hey, man, but hey, we'll be back to give y'all the preview as it comes up closer to next week for the Miami Dolphins. But hey, Raiders, I know it's been a tough year. We got to that 6-3 mark, and we was looking outstanding, and it's been a rough ride since then. But I think they have made some moves in the right direction by cutting, albeit late, cutting the defensive coordinator. We actually getting to see Mariota before the end of the year and utilizing that $20 million that we spent on him. So let's see what we got. Let's come on, ride this out with us, and remember what y'all saying about Carr. Go back to those quarterbacks. Go back and look at that past 13 years, and it's not a path that we need to cross. We need to fix defense. Let's worry about defense, and then as we get that fixed, we'll worry about quarterback down the road. But right now, he's sufficient enough, and just cut the nonsense.
All right, man, and we out.